Welcome to the real story room, where every life has a story. The light that never turned off. For almost 10 years, Arjun followed the same routine. Wake up, work, dinner, sleep. Life didn't excite him anymore, but it didn't hurt either. It simply moved forward, quietly, until one small detail disrupted everything. Every night, at exactly 11:17 p.m., the light in the apartment across from his turned on. Not sometimes, not often, every night. Arjun noticed it accidentally one evening while brushing his teeth. He glanced out of the window and saw it, a warm yellow light glowing in an otherwise dark building. At first, it meant nothing. But curiosity has a strange way of growing. The next night, Arjun checked again, 11:17 p.m. The light turned on. The night after that, the same. Weeks passed. The light never failed, not during storms, not during holidays, not even during citywide power cuts, except that apartment. That's when curiosity replaced coincidence. Arjun began to structure his evenings around it. He would glance at the clock. 11:16, 11:17. Light, always. He told himself it was nothing, but the human mind hates unanswered patterns. One night, he mentioned it to his neighbor. There's an apartment across the street. The light turns on every night at the same time. The neighbor shrugged. Probably a timer. Arjun nodded, but deep down, he knew timers fail. This didn't. Curiosity slowly turned into obsession. Arjun started taking notes, dates, times, weather. Still, no variation. One night, something changed. At 11:17 p.m., the light didn't turn on. Arjun's heart raced. 11:18, 11:19, nothing. For the first time in months. Darkness. Then, at 11:22 p.m., the light flickered on, weak, unstable, and Arjun noticed something new. A shadow. Someone standing very still. The next morning, Arjun couldn't focus at work. That evening, driven by curiosity he could no longer ignore, he crossed the street. The building was old, quiet, poorly maintained. The apartment door across from his window belonged to room 307. He hesitated, then knocked. An elderly woman opened the door. Her voice was calm, her eyes sharp. "Yes?" Arjun felt foolish. "I'm sorry," he said. "I live across the street. I noticed your light turns on every night at the same time." She studied him, then smiled. "Come in," she said. Inside, the apartment was filled with photographs, hundreds of them. Young people, old people, smiling, crying. The woman pointed to a framed photo of a young man. "My son," she said. "He died 10 years ago." Arjun stayed silent. "Every night at 11:17, she continued, "I turn on the light because that's when he used to call me. After work. Every day. Never missed it." Her voice didn't shake. "But sometimes," she said softly, "I forget. And the light stays off longer." Arjun swallowed. "Why didn't you stop?" he asked gently. She smiled again, this time sadly. "Because patterns are how we remember," she said. "And curiosity is how we notice when someone is still loving." Arjun left the apartment changed. That night, at 11:17 p.m., the light turned on. But this time, he didn't feel curiosity. He felt connection. Weeks later, Arjun began calling his own parents more often. Not because something was wrong, but because one day, the pattern might stop. Curiosity, he realized, isn't about finding secrets. Sometimes it's about discovering quiet love, hiding in plain sight. This is the real story room, where curiosity leads to meaning.